I never thought that I'd be talking with Michael Myers in an old haunted hospital, but that's exactly what we're doing today. Tony Moran, how you doing, man?
Doing really well, man, really well. Now listen, didn't Halloween 2 take place in a hospital?
Yeah, it did actually. I forgot about
You
that.
didn't think about that, did you?
No,
I
no.
did.
There's so many of them nowadays. It's
Well,
it's hard to get
yeah, but
lost in the whole.
yeah, but
It's like the
there's
Avengers.
nothing better than 1 and 2, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Like Halloween one, the one that you were in, that's kind of like National Lampoon Christmas Vacation to Christmas
Oh,
to Halloween for me. Like that's
no
my
kidding.
number
Oh,
one
that's it.
go
Okay.
to, man.
All right.
The second one was cool. Don't get me wrong, but like it's the first one for me.
Yeah,
It's the
you
OG.
just took a leap, didn't you? You just took a leap right there. But I agree with you. National Lampoon. I agree with you. Yeah.
It's my go-to, man. Just like Halloween, the first one. Whenever it comes to like my go-to Halloween movies, and to talk with the OG Michael Myers, man, it's crazy. How'd you get that role?
Yeah. Well. Okay. So you heard off camera and off radio earlier when I was talking to you and some other people where I come from, right?
Yeah,
And my little sister, Erin Moran from
yeah, Happy Days, right?
Joni Cunningham.
Yeah,
Joni loves Chachi and stuff.
yeah. My parents loved those shows. I grew up watching that.
Right. And so I grew up, I didn't grow up, but I hung around Paramount Studios, where they filmed that show.
Yeah,
And I never really wanted to be an actor or in acting because I didn't really like Hollywood at all. I saw what they did to my little sister, and they ruined her. They destroyed her.
yeah,
They destroyed her soul. So I never really wanted to be in Hollywood or be an actor. But I love acting, and I find it as an art form, Elijah.
yeah.
And it is an art form to
Oh yeah,
act.
of course.
To be an actor, it's an art form. If you want to be believable, you have to really believe in the art of it. And
Yeah, you have to become that
so
character.
so nobody can see. So it's transparent. It's not like people go, oh, sorry.
You're good.
They don't go, oh, you're acting. Oh, you just acted. You can't do that. You
Yeah.
have to, be fluid. Anyway, so my thing is watching my little sister grow up and what they did to her. I didn't really want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah. So why did you like become Michael
Yeah,
Myers
yeah,
then?
because I'm going to tell you, I'm getting there right now. So I was drafted out of high school for the California Angels for baseball.
Yeah.
I was a natural athlete, and they second base, and they were looking at me for sort of second base,
Yeah.
you know.
Didn't know that. man.
And I surfed my whole life, and I taught tennis for over 10 years when I got older, and I just was not a bragging thing. I just was a natural born athlete,
Yeah.
right? Well, I tore my knee up. Yeah, in my senior year playing football, which I had no reason to be playing football, but I did, and I got my knee torn up, which screwed up baseball and everything else.
Yeah.
So I was like, I went to college for like 2 months, I think, maybe a month and a half. I don't know, 2 months, and I just really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life at 19 years old.
Yeah.
And the agent of my little sister, who had been asking me to be getting into acting for over 10 years, I finally said to her, okay, sure, because I had nothing else to do. I really didn't. I just really didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's how I. So, anyways, okay. So So anyway, she calls me up one day, and I'm in my acting class, and I'm doing Romeo and Juliet, and I'm taking myself really seriously, and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
no, seriously, Shakespeare.
That's wild. You went from
19.
Shakespeare to Michael Myers.
Seriously, and she calls me up, and she says, "Hey man, I got this part for you, man. I got this part." I go, "Okay." And in Hollywood, you can't get a part without a SAG card. And you can't get you know what a SAG card is? Screen Actors Guild. It's SAG.
Okay, I get that.
And you can't get a Screen Actors Guild card without getting a part. So what do? It's a catch-22, right?
Yeah.
You can't get a SAG card without a part, and you can't get a part without a SAG card. So what do you do? So what happens is the studios, they go, okay, we're going to do a Taft-Hartley on you, and we're going to pay for you because we really believe in you,
Yeah.
So I'm doing my Shakespeare and stuff in the acting class and stuff, and my agent calls me up when I'm 21, and she says, I got this part in this movie called Halloween. And it's a horror movie. I go, yeah. No, really? No kidding.
A Halloween movie called Halloween.
You follow my drift, Elijah?
Yeah, I get that. Like it, because that was a new thing
and I was
at
cool.
the time.
I was cool at first. I was cool
Yeah.
when she was telling me about this.
But I can see like if I was an actor at that time, like a Halloween movie called Halloween, like a little bit cheesy, I guess. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
You're going down my road. You're going down my road right now.
Yeah, that's just like what
you're following my drift right now. You exactly know what I'm talking about. So back in 1978, Elijah, if you wanted to see nudity, you had to go to either a horror movie or porno.
Yeah, like that.
There was no other way to see nudity. That's how it worked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So producers and directors, if you did a horror movie, they look down on you because they're like, huh, you sold out, huh, pal?
Yeah.
You sold out. And so I told her no.
Oh, wow.
Well, no. Think about it, Elijah.
Well,
Nobody knew about John Carpenter.
And even Jamie Lee Curtis.
And a horror movie called Halloween.
Yeah.
Right? You already said that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how stupid can he? I mean, how corny? I mean,
it's like a Christmas movie called Christmas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I said, who names a horror movie called Halloween? And I told her that. I go, are you out of your mind? Why are you even bringing this to me? I'm not going to do this movie. She goes, why not, man? You play some psycho, and he's an up-and-coming director. I'm like, I don't care. And a horror movie called Halloween? No, thanks. No.
So what made you say yes?
Donald Pleasence.
That makes sense. He was a great actor, man. Phenomenal.
You want to know the backstory about how he got that part?
How?
You're going to trip on this. You're going to trip on this, bro. They went to Christopher Lee first. That was their first choice. And Christopher Lee was like, what?
Yeah.
What are you kidding me, man? They had three others. They all said no.
What?
No. Let me finish.
Okay.
You're gonna love this, Elijah. I swear to God, this is inside info. You're gonna love this. So they finally get to Donald Pleasence, who did The Great Escape and 007 movies.
Yeah,
and stuff.
all the huge movies.
I know.
Yeah, man.
And he said, "Yeah, I'm in. You know why?
Why?
He needed the alimony money because he was on his third divorce."
I didn't know that.
I know.
Hey, in those situations, man, guys will do some desperate things.
The only reason why I went on that interview was because of him.
Wow.
She said to me, Jamie Lee Curtis is in the movie. And I'm like, well, who's that?
Yeah, she wasn't.
She was 20 years old, man. I was 21.
Yeah.
She was 20. I go, she goes, it's Tony Curtis's daughter and Janet Leigh's daughter. I'm like, well, I don't care. My little sister's Erin Moran. Go take a bus. I don't care. Jamie Lee Curtis, who? I don't care. She goes, look at Matt. Donald Pleasence is in the movie. I'm like, oh my God.
Boom.
Well, I was a big fan of his. I mean, you got to admit, brilliant actor.
Oh yeah, for the people that
Brilliant.
Yeah, the younger people that don't know film that well. I mean, look that dude up. He was phenomenal.
Brilliant.
One of the best of all time.
Brilliant.
To me. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yes, sir, Elijah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And I said, I can't say it on the mic right now, but I said to her, "Are you effing kidding me, man? Why would you tell me this? Why are you saying this to me? You're out of your effing mind, She goes, Tony, I swear to God, he's in the movie. Because she was my little sister's agent.
Yeah.
I knew her for, I don't know, at that point, 11, 12 years. And she was an Italian chick, and she was like a truck driver with her language and stuff. I could tell her anything I wanted to with my language. And she was like, no, I swear to effing God, he's in the movie. I'm like, why would you even tell me this? Why would you do this? Why would you do this, Mary? Why are you trying to sell me this so hard on this? She goes, I'm telling you, he's in the movie. I'm like, oh. And I said, no, Elijah, no, I'm the most blessed guy walking the earth.
You were in the movie that started a franchise. Did you know it was going to be that big at the time?
I figured a week or two on the drive-in, man.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah, that was such a new thing back then, and even horror movies were popular back then.
A mask.
Yeah.
And the movie's called Halloween. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid. It was dumb. I thought it was the most stupid thing I ever heard of. But whatever. I mean, back then, think about it, Elijah. I mean, how many? It was one of the first movies I ever introduced a mask, and it was William Shatner's face.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't know about. Every time, I used to think Halloween was a scary movie whenever I was a kid. But whenever I learned that fun fact about how it's William Shatner's face, the only thing I see whenever I watch Halloween now is just a creepy Captain Kirk. That's all I see.
And Elijah, that's a whole different story altogether, how they found that mask, and I'll tell you later about that, how the whole thing came about.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just a leap of faith, though, and it's crazy how it started this huge franchise. I mean, they're coming out with another one this year,
which I'm in.
Oh, you have a part in it?
Yeah, which is a whole different story altogether too. They wanted to use my footage of me from Halloween 1, and I gave them, they didn't want to pay me or give me credit. I'm like, well then you can't do it.
There you go.
No, I mean,
get your money, man. Hey, I don't blame you.
Well, it's not just money. It wasn't much money at all. It's just the fact that, okay, now wait a minute. I was sleeping on a couch at my buddy's place when I did that movie. I was broke as a joke. And now you're going to tell me you don't want to give me credit or pay me to put my image in your movie?
Yeah, you're the OG, man.
Come
You're the first
Come on,
one.
man. What are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah. So
It's just dirty. It's dirty for them to do that.
Well, that's what I said. I said I can't stand Hollywood. I told you that earlier, didn't I?
Oh, well, I mean, the whole industry is full of sleazeballs. Movies, radio, I mean, everything. It's a cutthroat industry.
So listen to this, man. Listen to this. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. So I said to my agent, okay, cool. I'll go on the interview. I go, look, what do I got to do again? She goes, I don't know. You play some psycho. I'm like, all right. Cool. That was on a Wednesday. The interview was on a Friday. So I didn't sleep for 2 days. I didn't shower. I didn't shave. No deodorant, nothing, man.
Were you doing it to get into the character?
Of course.
Cool. Cool.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, because the way I looked at it was this. If I get the part, okay, cool. I'm in a movie with Donald Pleasence. Why he's doing this movie, I have no idea. But whatever, okay? If I don't get the movie, well, I don't care either. Because it's a horror movie. It's stupid. It's called Halloween. It's dumb.
Yeah.
So I think, no, I know. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's crazy. But
who could have guessed the future though? Nobody could have. That was such a new thing back. See, like horror movies have these cult followings nowadays, but back in 1978, that wasn't a thing.
Horror movies were not a popular thing back in '78, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, who would have guessed that it would have started this huge franchise? That
like I told you, I got blessed.
That they probably made 30 of these things by now.
I got blessed.
What'd you think of the Rob Zombie remakes?
Well, I haven't. I just
yeah
haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Danielle Harris. You know who Danielle Harris is, right?
Yeah.
We're good friends, and she was in it. Rob Zombie's Halloween, and we do conventions together. And she's like, I got this channel on Instagram. And what I do sometimes, I do every now and then, is I have people like you on my show, and we watch a movie. And I know you haven't seen Rob Zombie's Halloween, but I think if you came on my show and watched the movie with me, I think you might like the movie. I'm like, okay. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
It's like, okay, I love you. Not? I love you, Danielle, but really? You're going to try to make me watch this movie that I have no respect for?
A lot of, the fans of Halloween
Elijah, right?
didn't, actually.
Elijah, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right,
course,
Elijah? It's like, come on. You're making money off of John Carpenter. I mean, you're like a horror, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing that I didn't like about Rob Zombie's Halloween, to each his own for everybody, but and it's with a lot of horror movies nowadays. They think the more blood and guts and violence, that's what makes a scary movie good nowadays, right. and that's not the case at all to me. Right. I mean, back in the day, they didn't have any of these crazy special effects or none of this stuff in the films, and you got some real scary movies out of it. Yeah. It's kind of like with action movies nowadays. They think that the more shoot 'em up, bang bang scenes that you have, the better it is.
Stunt work, right?
It's not the case at all.
Exactly, Elijah.
To me, it's about the story, the little jump scares every now and then, and especially when the story is so good, it sucks you in on the screen, and then something happens, and you jump back a little
bit. Like Hitchcock.
Yes. I mean, I know that it's kind of cliche to say, but Alfred was one of the greatest to ever do it.
Unbelievable, right?
So far ahead of his time. So far.
And nobody's even caught up to him. John Carpenter got close. He's gotten close with Halloween and that movie in Alaska, which I love. I love that movie. He got close, but he never tried to pretend that he was better than Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Okay. So when somebody comes along and wants to make a remake of Halloween, and the way I've never seen the movie, okay, and I have no interest in seeing it, Elijah, because I met him, and he was a nice guy, I guess. I don't know.
Rob Zombie?
Yeah, he was a nice guy, I guess. I don't know. He was okay. It was like, I don't know who you are,
Yeah.
But if you're gonna try to,
well, I just wish
Elijah, if you're gonna try to make your own movie and you use the same name, please Come on.
Well, that's the way it is with a lot of Hollywood movies nowadays, man. Everything is just a remake of a remake, it seems like.
Yeah.
Like nobody has any
Yeah.
original ideas anymore.
Well, yeah, because and I understand that. I mean, there isn't that many original ideas anymore. There just isn't. I mean, so some people want to just hop on somebody else's idea, and I get it. I get that. I get it. But just tell people, hey man, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna make this movie. I'm gonna make a ton of fucking money. Whoops, sorry.
Oh, you're good, dude. Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
make a ton of money off of John Carpenter. I'm gonna call it the same name, and I'm gonna use the same kind of characters in your movie. I'm gonna change a little stuff up a little bit, just because that's my style.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna steal everything that you came up with in your brand, right?
yeah. And even the storyline didn't really match with the original either.
Right.
And that was one thing that bummed out a lot of fans. Every time that I see like a list of Halloween movies ranked from like number 1 to whatever, the Rob Zombie films are always right there at the last. But the original number 1 is always right up there.
Well,
at
it's
number
the
1.
highest grossing horror movie that ever was, even more than Psycho.
Didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Dang.
Yeah, Halloween is the highest grossing horror movie of all time.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you something, Elijah, that you don't know. But I'm going to tell you something, and this is truth. To this day, if you know John Carpenter, he'll tell you he was just having fun. He doesn't take the movie seriously at all.
That's cool though.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, if you really get to know him, which who's going to get to know him, right? But I know him. But he doesn't take what he did with Halloween as like this masterpiece, and how all the horror fans go, oh my God, this is like so great. This is the best thing. He like goes, oh man, I was just messing around. No, I swear to God.
That's cool though, man, because
Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever heard?
that seems to happen a lot though. Like you hear those stories about, just kind of an off the whim thing.
You want to know how the mask came about?
Yeah, how did that come about? Because
All right.
I've always
Yeah, I know. Everybody does, right?
Yeah.
They go. Well, that's a William Shatner mask.
Yeah, Captain Kirk.
Yeah, but you don't know how it came about.
Yeah,
Right?
I've always wondered
Not you
that.
personally, but anybody. They go, yeah, that's a William Shatner. That's from Star Trek. I know my horror movies, right? And it's like, well, no, you really don't yet until I tell you the story how they found that mask. You want to hear it?
Yeah, man, of course.
All right. Tommy Lee Wallace, who did the closet scene as Michael Myers.
Yeah.
To me, that movie, that scene in the movie, is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Psycho and The Shining and The Exorcist. There's some scenes in those movies that are terrifying. Also, don't get me wrong. I mean, right, tied. Okay,
Yeah.
but that scene in Halloween where she's in the closet and she's done, man. She's finished, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And who has never ever thought about claustrophobia, right?
Yeah, I'm a big claustrophobic
Right?
person.
Everybody is.
Yeah, I
I
can
think.
stand
I think
that stuff,
everybody
man.
is, right?
To an extent,
And
yeah.
you're in a closet, and somebody's gonna, and you know they're and you know 100%, you're done. You're done. He's coming for you, and he knows you're in the closet, right?
Yeah.
You have no way out. It's a closet. It's a closet, man.
It's a real terrifying scenario, man. And John
Right,
Carpenter was a
right,
genius to
right.
think of that.
Oh, dude. This film was an independent movie, right? You're gonna love this. and the fans that don't know this, they're gonna love this too. You and I could talk probably forever,
Yeah, dude. I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
big
No, I
talker,
like you.
man.
I like you a lot. You're like a really cool guy.
Thank you, dude.
So, oh no, you are. You're really cool. You're really easy to talk to. So, they got this scene he wants to do, and she's going to be stuck in this closet with a couple of hangers, right?
Yeah.
And she's like petrified, right? And Michael Myers is after her, right? So, when you look at the movie, it's an independent movie.
Yeah.
The doors are wood slats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So John Carpenter goes to Tommy Lee Wallace. He goes because Tommy Lee Wallace was the editor and set decorator.
Okay.
In an independent movie, you film 100% on location. You never are in the studio,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you pay for somebody's house and their rooms and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah, of course, but you didn't really think about that, did you?
Well, yeah.
Not to the depth I'm saying right now, did you?
I didn't.
Now
I
you
didn't
finally, now you just finally go, oh.
It was
Yeah.
like so.
Yeah.
It was like a
The
real
light bulb
street
went
with
out.
a real house and everything. It wasn't like no set stuff on
No.
a
Yeah.
lot somewhere.
Nope, because
Whoa.
independent movies don't do that. They film on location only.
Wow.
So if you own a house in Hollywood and John Carpenter goes, hey man, I'm gonna film this movie called Halloween, man. Can I use your house? Maybe. How much you want to pay me? 50, 60 grand? Oh no, it's big time. It's big time, right?
Hey, well, dude,
It's big time.
if somebody wanted to use my house for
Big time.
$60,000,
It's big time.
do whatever
It's
you
big
want.
time. So, okay, so, I know. So listen to this, Elijah. Wait till I tell you about the mask, how that happened. But anyway, so okay, so they got this closet scene, right?
Yeah.
And John Carpenter does because there were 6 people that wore the mask in that movie. Wasn't just me and
Yeah.
Nick Castle. It was six people that wore the mask in that movie, man.
But you were the one that was unmasked.
Well,
So you're
nobody gets that but me. Yeah, exactly. I'm the only one. But listen, so he goes, okay, man. He goes, look here's what we got to do. We got this scene. Jamie's going to be in the closet, and you're chasing her, and you got to punch through those wood slats, in the closet. And he goes, I can only use you, Tommy. And Tommy knew why John asked him to do it. Do you know why?
Yeah, why is that?
In Halloween, there was no more than 3 takes of any scene in that movie.
Oh, didn't know that. Dang, that has to be some pressure.
Only 3 takes. It's an independent movie, man.
Yeah, of course.
There's no money.
But man, I'd say that was a lot of pressure on the
No,
actors.
no. This is good. Whoops.
Hey, dude, you're good. Don't worry about it.
This is good. This is good stuff that you're hearing, and I see the interest on your face.
Yeah.
I have so many stories I could tell you that would blow your mind, but this is just one of them. In Halloween, there was no more than 3 takes for anybody in that movie.
Wow, that's crazy.
3 takes. Now, for me, I did the most takes I ever did was 2, and I guarantee you, that all the actors probably did all their takes in 1 or 2 takes also. They didn't even need 3. Because once you say to somebody, you go, okay, here's how it works, man. We get 3 tries on this, and that's it. I guarantee you, as an actor, as a performer, they'll handle it in 1 take. Right?
Oh, yeah,
Because they're
under that
performers,
pressure.
right?
Yeah, there ain't no time to mess around.
So John Carpenter goes to Tommy Lee Wallace. He says, hey, man, we got to do this closet scene. And Tommy goes, okay. And Tommy's he's a hippie.
Yeah.
From way back, He goes, okay, man. I'll wear the mask. I'll put the mask on, no problem. He goes, here's how it works, man. You got to hit these closet doors, this right here, these 7 or 8 slats
Yeah.
in less than 3 takes. Because they didn't have enough money to replace the wood slats in the closet doors. And Elijah, they only trusted Tommy Lee Wallace to do it because he was a set decorator. He's like, okay, you want this spot right here for me to punch through? I'll hit that place every time, man.
Hey, they got the right person for the job, though. Did he get it in the first take?
Yeah.
Nice.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, man. I didn't know there was only 3 takes. That's wild.
Oh yeah,
But also that
PJ Souls will tell you. She'll tell you the whole same story as me. She'll tell you everything. She'll go, yeah, no, we couldn't do any more than 3 takes.
But that's probably what makes the movie so good, though, too, man. Because I think when people work under pressure, like like the old saying
Right.
goes, pressure makes diamonds.
Right.
And I think that there's something to it.
I think the best comes out of people under pressure.
Yeah, man, I do too. That's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that a lot
yeah.
of people that's not in this industry don't get.
Yeah. Oh, I did a movie in Boston with this guy. He was like so hungover. This actor that had to act with me, and I oh my God, I came so close to kicking his butt. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? But anyways, yeah, that's how that scene came down.
How did they get the mask? How'd that
Oh, the
story
mask.
go?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's right. I wanted to tell you that too, Elijah. Yeah. So here's what happened. So it was like, I don't know, 12 or 13 years ago. I'm doing this convention, and I just met Tommy, and we're doing a convention together, this horror convention together. And he's telling me all these inside stories, because
Yeah.
I was only on set for 1 day, Donald Pleasence was only on set for 5.
Wow.
The movie only took 21 days to film.
3 weeks.
21 days.
That's crazy, man.
I know. So anyway, so I'm talking to him, and he's talking to me, and he says, hey man, he goes, I don't know how it came up, but he starts talking about the mask,
Yeah.
right? Because I never thought about it, but I did think about it in my head, but I didn't really think about it,
Uh-huh.
I mean, why did they come up with that mask? I mean, why did they do it? But I didn't really think it. I'm not brilliant like John Carpenter and
Yeah, I'm not no genius
Tom-
like that either,
right,
man.
right,
No.
right, Elijah.
I barely know how all this works.
But this I know. But it's good information to know,
Oh, yeah, of course.
because people's genius, if you listen to their genius, it just might make you a little bit smarter than you thought you were.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
hey,
mean?
everybody's stupid at something, too.
Right? So we're talking, and he goes, yeah, did I ever tell you the story about the mask, Tony? I'm like, nah, man, I just met you. What the fuck, And he goes, okay. He goes, see, so anyways, okay. So John Carpenter had the clown mask for Michael Myers when he's 6, right?
Yeah.
He knew that was perfect, but they're not going to use it when he gets older. They don't want to do that. They don't want to. Yeah, they don't want that. But they had no idea what they wanted. No idea. Not a clue. I told you earlier that John Carpenter was just having fun
Yeah.
making this movie. He will tell you to this day, if you get to know him, that he just was messing around. He just was like, no, I was just having fun making this movie, man. I promise you.
That's cool,
Elijah.
though, man. That's cool.
The best, right?
Yeah.
The best, right? He'll tell you, because everybody goes, oh, Halloween's a masterpiece, blah, 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 right? He goes, Man, I was just having fun.
Yeah, it seems like whenever somebody like overthinks something, that's when it turns out terrible. But whenever you just go with the flow,
Good point. Good
yeah,
point.
you have,
Yeah,
and
good
you're
point,
having fun,
Elijah.
it goes good.
Good point, Elijah. Yeah, he never did. He just looked at it like, yeah, I'm gonna do a horror movie called Halloween. How stupid is this? But we're gonna have some fun. It's great.
What was the mask just like a prop that was sitting around or something?
No. So here's what happened, man. So John Carpenter says to Tommy, he goes, "Hey, man," he goes, "Look at, we're not going to use the clown mask when he's 21. We don't want that." And Tommy goes, "Yeah, I agree. We don't want that."
Yeah.
Tommy says to John, he goes, "What do you want?" And John said, "I have no idea. I just don't know." No,
Yeah.
that's what he said to Tommy. He goes, "I don't know."
Yeah, well, I mean, like, where do you start?
He
for
wants a
something
mask.
Like that?
He wants a mask, Elijah. But he doesn't know what kind of mask, right?
Yeah.
He knows he doesn't want a wolf man or a Frankenstein.
Yeah, everybody's done that.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. He goes, and they talk, and Tommy goes, "Okay, so what do you want me to do?" And he goes, "Just, I don't know, just go look around, look around." So Tommy goes to these costume shops and these Halloween stores in Hollywood, right? And he's looking around, looking like, wow, what do I get? And he came across this, the Star Trek William Shatner mold of his face.
The mold.
And he looked at, well, it's a mold.
Yeah.
It's a mold of his face. And he said to me, Tommy Lee said this to me, he goes, he looked at it like he was tripping on acid. And said, "Tony, man, I looked at it, and I looked at it, I'm like, man, this is trippy because there's nothing to it. There's no features.
Yeah.
It's creepy in that sense that there's no creepiness to it."
Interesting.
And he goes, plus they were only $1.89 a piece.
Nice.
$1.89.
Wow.
So he bought two of them. And he brought them back to John Carpenter, and John Carpenter looked at him and goes, "Perfect. Let's spray paint it white, get rid of that flesh color out of it, perfect the eyebrows and the sideburns and let's use that mask."
Wow.
No.
Just found it in a random Halloween store, which I guess you can find all those masks now in a Halloween store, but I wonder if they still do the William Shatner Captain Kirk masks now. I wonder if them are like side by side in a Halloween store somewhere. Hey, who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? Man?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
But they never told me I had to wear a mask.
So you just found out on set that day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they tell you that you well, I guess they had to, how you had to take it off and stuff like that?
No, Jamie Lee Curtis rips a mask off.
Yeah, but
they didn't tell me I even had to wear a mask, Elijah.
Did they tell you that you were going to be
No, they just told me I had to be a
everything?
psycho.
What? So why did they choose you to be like the unmasked Michael Myers?
So you never saw the AMC documentary from when John Carpenter on camera, Elijah. They asked him the same thing. They go, "So, why did you choose Tony Moran?" And he says on camera about me. He says, "Because I thought he had an angelic face."
Angelic. It's a good word. You don't hear that word anymore.
I know.
Well, I was watching Halloween with my parents one time, and whenever they unmask you, my mom was like, "He's actually a pretty nice looking guy."
He's a good looking guy. I know, they all do. Oh, he looks pretty good. No, I swear to God, that's what he said on camera on AMC.
That's wild.
He says, "I think he had an angelic face." And I'm thinking to myself, okay, now wait a minute, man. There's nothing angelic about me.
But dude, thank you so much for your time today. I know you got a lot of stuff to do here at the, and also for anybody who's wondering where we're at the old hospital on College Hill here in Williamson, West Virginia. They do guided tours, paranormal walks, all types of crazy stuff here. And trust me, yes, this place is as creepy as,
right?
Dude, I'm telling you.
Bad.
The basement is that's the scariest part in my opinion. But yeah, everybody check it out. Everybody
my opinion too. Although, what floor was that where they had the stove where they cremated people? What floor is that? Basement?
Yeah, basement's the creepiest part.
No, bad.
No doubt about it.
Bad,
no doubt about it.
Bad, man. And like we talked about earlier, I said, I told you I'm like 50-50 about paranormal stuff. I'm like, okay, man, whatever.
Yeah.
But I went down there. I'm like, oh.
You feel something, man. Like I
No. But yeah, my hair. It was not good.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, man. I'm 50-50 whenever it comes to that stuff. But
because who knows, right?
I mean, life is so weird. Who knows?
Right?
But vibes and energy, that is definitely a real thing. Because
so you actually felt that down there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. Yeah. I walked right back up. I'm like, no. And I was like the only person in here. I'm like, nah.
That's why the Discovery Channel Destination Fear. That's why they want to get a hold of her. And I'm like, and I talked to them a little bit too. And they're like, well, we need to like see what's really going on here, man. I'm like, okay. Right.
Go for it.
Good luck. Yeah. Good luck for you, man. And she's had people stay here that ran out. They wouldn't stay here all night.
Dude, I don't blame them. But for the people out there watching and listening, like, come check this place out. It is crazy. Like, if you want a creepy place to go to during Halloween, this is it. Like, this is about as good as you're going to get around.
No, it is.
Area.
It really is. And the people in this town are the best people you'd ever want to meet.
Yeah,
the best people you ever want to meet. I mean, even you and the other people that interviewed me earlier are just the nicest people I've ever met. I mean, every time, and Tanya knows this. I mean, this is my like home away from home. I'm like, I get to, because I'm from LA, which is a little different.
Yeah, a little bit.
And so I get to come here and I get to have some real stuff, some real people, and it's really nice for me. So,
well, I'm glad that we could serve you with a little
you had
bit
a good
of Southern
time.
hospitality.
You had a good time interviewing me?
I've had a great time. This was awesome, man. And I know that you're a busy guy. Actually going to marry people. Like, whenever I message the old hospital, they're like, okay, it has to be done by a certain time because he has a wedding at this time. I'm like, what? Like, I didn't ask anything. But, yeah, good luck on marrying some
people. You want to watch
today,
me tonight?
Dude, that's what I'm sticking around for.
All right, watch this, man. Watch me do this. I'm an ordained minister now, man.
It's crazy that Michael Myers is an ordained minister. But Tony, thank you for your time today, brother.
Elijah, you've been cool, really cool.